Alrighty, welcome back to another New Games review. I've got three big bangers on today. I'll start with MetaGates. I'm going to pump these out. I want to get these video out once a week, 3 games minimum. So we had MetaGates on stage at Great Protocol Saturday night just gone. I did a little bit of a upload for that. You can see, and there's half an hour that we spoke there, almost 40 minutes. Next week, I'm going to do this differently. Saturday night, I'm going to put out a spreadsheet that Sergeant Savage has been writing up and keeping track of for me, and we are going to let you guys vote what you want me to research. So you research out, you give me the topics and the games. If I've missed something, that's a way that I'm trying to get you guys involved into it as well and get the old dog onto some of these things. Does that mean I'm going to stop my research? Absolutely not. Every day I'm on Twitter, I'm on Discord, I'm finding new things. MetaGates. Now, these guys were amazing on stage. I know a whole heap of people went from Grape to MetaGates afterwards because they got up at like 5 a.m. in the morning to join stage with us at Grape, because we run that stage that Saturday night on a nighttime base in the Australian zone. We're all Australian, so we base it starting at 7 p.m. West Australia, 9 p.m. Queensland time, and we try to have that managed. It's 10 o'clock for Metaverse, so it's quite late for him. And he works a full-time job. So that's why for the Americans it's not as great. But these guys were absolutely fucking awesome. They were energized on stage. You can see some of the footage here. It looks like I'm sleeping, but I'm not. I'm there. I'm awake. I've muted that. Now let's have a look at some of the gameplay. I've screen captured that for Discord. This is a loop based around them doing this mace hammer slam thing down. And they were having a bit of fun seeing how high they could get up. But there was actually some, here we go, back in. This is some of their developer kit stuff. So they're showing you one of the archers. They had 2 characters like dancing and stuff as well. There was a Sultan doing some kind of a shake. And there was this, she's twerking and stuff there, right? So you can see these guys are having a bit of fun in their building out process. They're not in a rush to put out a shit game. They're not in a rush to go and take all our money and rug pull from the community. So what was really interesting about this, they have 150 people on their Twitter before they came to us and started talking to us. They came to Great Protocol and introduced themselves to us. They then got directed, go and have a chat to Barndog, and I was chatting to Steamboat afterwards, and I'm like, fuck yeah, dude, come on stage. Got him on, and we had a blast. So you can see some of the world here. The video's up on my channel. Go and have a look. 30, 40 minutes there. These shards, this was one of their very first posts. Now, this links into some stuff I'll talk about later on, but these guys came in October. They just didn't really start talking. They've been building. They've given themselves enough money to be able to build this game out, and they want to get something into us by Q3 of this year. That's their aim. Their soft aim is to get some massive gameplay out to us by Q3. One of the tweets, they're going to be doing some unique stuff. They're doing some 3D printing. That's the character you saw dancing, right? I've got a spot just back here behind me, boys, that I'd love to put some of that shit up. I'm joking. I bought NFTs. I'm going to be having a look at this game. Now, I want to talk about the NFTs because that's a super important part, right? I want to come back to the core gameplay. This is an awesome picture. They've just changed that. There is information out from the team. They're going to be hiring. They're going to be onboarding new moderators. They're putting it out to the community. They did an NFT launch on Magic Eden, 0.22 Solana at launch for, and this is today, this morning, this come up. So in about 12 hours, it's done 500 Solana. It doesn't sound like a whole lot, but if you look at the activity log, you can see the amounts are quite small. But some of them have sold for 3.8, 3, 3.4. So what I wanted to do was to explain a little bit of that, right? And see why are some selling more than the others. That's going to come down to do with the types. Now, these guys are very open to talk to their crew. They talk to us about the shits and the business. It's a bit of a funny name. I wouldn't normally buy pixel art. But they were just having a bit of fun and putting it out there. They don't need the money. So this was really cool about the fact that they're very open with their early adopters, the community, all of those things. The Solana types are going to be land in the PvP. It's going to give you a small amount of land in the PvP zone. So that's going to be important. Is it worth 10 Solana? Keep in mind, these minted for 0.22. So are they worth 50 times in 12 hours? You got to use your noggin, right? Probably not. Would I spend that? No. Did I mint some? Yes. Am I going to sell mine? No, fuck it. I'm prepared to run it and have a look. I want to see some more about the game and stuff. And I don't want to get in there and mint early and then just flog things for making a quick profit, right? So I want to make sure you guys know I minted some. I want to give you guys an understanding of what they actually do. The albinos and the slimes, they're going to give some kind of a skin, a profession bonus, and they're going to give you some land in the town. So you can see they're only selling for 3.85. The PvP land is going to be what's going to be valuable, right? Is it worth 10 Solana? I don't know. I can't tell you that. Would I spend that right now? No. Now, I spent around 10 Solana on the day. I minted quite a few. We had fun. I played a lot of League of Legends that night. I played League of Legends for 4 hours and had a bit of a chat to the guys. They're awesome. It was good fun. Now, these bottom ones are likely going to be legendary. So people just trying to rid you of 42 Solana. Would I spend that? No, I wouldn't. Were they lucky getting it? Who knows? The game could go for 5 years and it would be worth hundreds of Solana. It could be. You just... Crypto gaming, we're early in this space, right? These guys want to build something. Now, why am I so popular about it, so pumped about the game? I showed a little bit of the game, but some of this core gameplay is awesome of what they're actually building. They want a PvP game here, right? Let's have a look. The goal of the MetaGates team is to create a low barrier to entry PvP game that is not a grind, but offers a progress through in-game experience. Talks about the introduction. Where is it? Create a PvP experience, higher PvP balancing and playmaking, play to earn options. In the core gameplay, they talk about how they're going to have PvP bosses and they're going to be time generated. You're going to need to go and find that boss, know where that boss spawns, and you're going to have to kill that boss. But other players can come in and kill you while you're fighting that boss. The boss is going to have like a chest, and then they might be able to run up and steal from that chest or kill you and take the chest. This is going to add these PvP elements. The PvP land is going to be valuable. Also here it talked about your abilities are determined by your equipment. There are no classes. They are based on interpretation. If a player wants to equip cloth gear and a fire staff, then that player can consider themselves to be a mage. If that is what they choose to do. But mixing and matching your equipment for different ability is to make the game unique. Energy burn system, PvP arena. The game will start with 1v1 and 3v3 content. The goal is to create quick, efficient queues so that the game can be enjoyable when it goes live. Isometric top-down view of the game. We saw some view of the game. I like that styled gameplay. I like League of Legends. I like playing. I talked about it. I was playing in the night. I was buying these things on my other computer. So I think it's got a whole lot to match out yet. What's in the game? It talks about the world, skills, equipment, armor types. Is going to be a whole lot of things. Community is going to be key for these people building this out. So there's lots to see already. There's lots to go and have a look. This was cool. It gave a bit of an idea about the fact that you burn 10 crystals to get an epic soul shard, and there's some of the shards, right? Some of this information is going to change, so you can actually, I'll make sure you can see it on the screen. Some of this will change. The game is early. They're going to make the graphics better. They're going to make this quicker, but it's a small team. They're now hiring because they're sold out on this NFT mint and they want to increase the game. So you see a lot of games coming out and saying, oh, we want to sell NFTs to start producing our game. They've not done that. They've come out and they are producing the game. That's their primary focus. That's why this shit looks pathetic. It's shits. They did these shitty little NFT pixels and they sold them out. Now they want to hire out. So there's a chance to actually join their Discord, get some roles. Actually, they've talked about it Saturday night, how they've got fan fiction and all this type of stuff. Second game for the week, Guild Saga. Now, I had a bit of a quick chat to one of the lads on Discord. I didn't get a chance to sit down with him one-on-one, but they've only got 2,000 on their Twitter. They've got 5,000 just over that on their Discord, and there's a role on the Discord, I think it's a towner or something like that, that allows you to get an early access to the game. That's why I wanted to put this on. Let's read something from their introduction. Play to earn NFT-based fantasy RPG built on the Solana blockchain. Isometric perspective, which is similar to what we kind of saw on the other one. Inspired by classics like Final Fantasy Tactics and Tactics Ogre, as well as modern CRPG games like Divinity. So what I like about these guys is their white paper is severely fleshed out. I love how it's got a World of Warcraft feel to it. You got to build out 10 different NFTs that you're going to be able to load those up on a web page. It looks like a fleshed out system, right? So they've got pixelated artwork to start off with, but games need to start somewhere. It's going to be 2022 is going to be different than 2021. They're going to need to have gameplay out early to be able to draw in crowd. Otherwise, people are going to go, we'll just go and play one of the existing games. But you want to get in early. You want to do that. I don't know anything about the mint. I don't know anything about those kinds of things yet, but you can see they've got some gameplay already created. You can see when your character runs up, the bird flies away, the squirrel goes up the tree. Now, these dogs are going to be companions, and that's going to be part of the game. I know there's land purchases. I don't know how the land. I haven't read the white paper completely. It is in-depth. It is detailed. I absolutely did read through it. They talk about the token. Some of this gameplay, man, is amazing. I like what I see here. So you can see right now you've either got a 4 or a 5 party system. This is going to be one to watch. Go and check the Twitter. Go and check the Discord. Definitely one you can get into. Cave World I'm going to talk about quickly because it's been out since like September, October. They launched Cavemen, right? I didn't know anything about this. I didn't know anything about the coin drop. And I've been impressed about this. This actually impressed me, right? Let's play this. Hopefully the video looks a bit better by the time it starts playing. Now, I liked this intro. I've liked some of the other things I've seen.
Over 2 million years ago, centuries before the first humans were born, Neanderthals roamed the earth. Scientists believed cavemen had been lost forever, but in fact, they live on. Introducing Cave World, an interactive play-to-earn game that allows cavemen to battle each other. This is only the beginning. To all cavemen, welcome home.
So they've spent some money on their advertising their videos, right? They're hiring, they've got money behind them. They've been in the community for a while. Now, where do we search from this, right? It's a game that's got 28k followers on Twitter. It's not a game yet, but it's a game that's building. So they do a weekly, not weekly, bi-weekly, I believe this progress update is. This is their first one. They talked about this, and they talked about the team that they've hired, right? So they talk about a lot of their team, and this was actually a demo that was put out by one of the applicants that wanted to join the team. So this might not be in the game, but this was one of the dudes, Michael, one of our technicians during his hiring process. He put this out, right? So they are going to have an impressive team. Now, how do you... I don't completely like the white paper. I don't like how it's hard to find some of the information. You can't go on their Twitter and find a link to their website straight away. There's some bad stuff, right? But what do we look at? I've read that. I've gone through and read this. The actual battle plan sounds cool. You get NFT weapons. They level up. You're going to get pets as well. I don't know that I've seen anything about land, but you get potions. These are going to be airdropped soon, I believe, for owning something. So probably one of the NFTs. You can use those potions, and that's going to affect it. You're going to have daily battles that you can do. The white paper actually goes in detail about the game they're talking about. So I think the team's got a good grasp on what they want to create. How far that's going to be, Way, I couldn't tell you. What I don't like is the tokenomics. Now, because I don't know the tokenomics well, I can't talk about it. But I think they minted them all at once, and there's things here in the talk. Total supply, 100 million cave coins minted. Token supply is fixed and will never change. 2.5% airdrop to the community, 15% marketing locked. Why would you lock your marketing, right? 30% operations fund, mostly locked. 20% founding team, locked. How long for? 20% play to earn, mostly locked. Staking, mostly locked. I don't like this mostly locked thing, right? I want to know where it is. I want to see graphs. I want to make sure these guys have got this shit locked down. Now it goes into the emissions table month. So maybe this is a bit of an explanation of it, right? But I want to see an ape research. I want this better. That's not well designed. So one of the things I've heard secondhand was these guys have got 90% of the cave coins in their wallet. So that would need to change. You don't know they're just going to up and run. But in saying that, you can go and have a bit of a look at the cave coin, right? Currently $1.34 on Radium. Would I buy my coins off Radium? Absolutely not. I'd go and use Mercurial Finance because that's going through Jupiter, and then Jupiter, of course, aggregates and finds you the best price because I believe this is on a few dexes, right? So what's so big about this? This coin hit $10.47, or I don't know if that's the top $10.43 it's saying there, but you know, $10.43. It's currently at $1. So Bitcoin, everything went down, right? This all went down. It's dipped down here, and it's sitting at $1. So could that be a good time to buy in? It might be, right? Like, I don't know enough about this. I don't hate or not hate the team. The NFTs are sitting around 2 Solana, and the NFTs are actually selling. So this is on Magic Eden, right? 8 hours ago, I'll refresh this. I did this earlier in the day. So, activity. About 8 hours ago. Okay, so 8 hours, 14 hours, 21 hours, 1 day. So, they're actually moving NFTs. A day ago, there's been 20 or 30 sales in the last 24 hours. 884 Solana. That's not a whole lot of volume, but it's not super expensive NFTs. I like the artwork. So I'm disappointed. I don't even know what they launched at, right? So these are research that I should be doing better for you guys, but I'm trying to get an ape video out. I'm trying to get the times out well. These are things you should be looking at. I think it's got a huge following at the moment. I've seen the weapons. I know a little bit about it because I've done it. Am I going to go and buy it? Probably not. I think it's probably left it for me, unfortunately. I don't think we've got any cavemen in the Grape Vault, so I don't need to research it deeper for that because we've got a gaming council at Grape. I'm going to be trying to work out what should we be getting in as a DAO in Solana. And these, to me, I like learning more and more. Would I recommend Grape to go into MetaGates? I need to know more about it. I'm going to go and chat to the lads tomorrow. Would I recommend us going into this? Again, probably don't know enough, but I think Guild Saga is early enough to learn, find out, follow it, jump on their Discord, find out what their mints are going to be like. You know, like this could be an awesome way of getting into a game. Their white paper, oh my God, it was super impressive. But I hope I've helped. Thank you, Mother, for the rabbits.